Hello everybody, how is it going? So, today we have the finals of the preliminary tournament. It is a Sakazuki mirror. Deck is kind of good. That was the first Sakazuki's hand. They had two brand news, a 3000 Worlds, a Suru, and a 7-drop Borsellino. And we will probably see the other player's hand in just a second. Looks like he is mulliganing. But I am kind of curious how this matchup goes, because you'll probably be seeing a lot of it in OP05. So if you plan on playing Sakazuki, you'll probably run into someone else playing it. And I don't necessarily plan to play it, but I am kind of curious, because there's some like mirrors that I really don't like. Like, I think the Katakuri mirror is not very good. I think the Law mirror can be good if you guys both draw decent, but if one player is just like stuck with all red cards, or they don't have like a way to keep finding their 5-drops, it's kind of lame, because the player that has more blocker laws or access to blocker laws is probably just gonna win. But yeah, I'm curious how this goes. There are definitely some I think some tech choices between both the players, like player on the left playing 3000 Worlds. I don't think that's very common in this deck, but it can be good in this mirror, because there's cards like Borsellino and Sabo. They can't be KO'd, so very interesting. Yeah, we'll have to see. This is, the other player's hand. Lucci, Kuzan, Hina. Oh my goodness, this card. Sabo, and I think it's Great Eruption. Once again, I'm sorry, I for some reason just cannot remember the name of the card. Pretty sure it's Great Eruption though. But we'll see who's going first. I'm still, again, not too sure what this deck wants to go. I'm pretty sure you want to go second, because I think it just fits your curve a bit better. So that's my guess. But the player on the right going first, just immediately cycling, chucking a 4-drop Kuzan, finding a Tashigi. Yeah, that's fine. Not being on the even curve means you're probably not going to Kuzan on curve, so don't really have to worry about holding them. They are pretty vulnerable as well in this matchup to removal. Player on the left, starting with a brand new, finding a Great Eruption. I still hope that it's Great Eruption. And yeah, you'll probably cycle one if he wants to, and that'll just be the end of his turn. I'm curious what you want in this matchup. I imagine if you're you definitely want the blue removal spell. Hound Blaze, you definitely want 3000 Worlds if you're playing it. Just stuff to get around the non-KO effects. Player on the right, cycling once again, finding a Rebecca. That's good. Not amazing now, obviously, but later on, they are very good to have. A very big part of your resource game, I'd say. And then just swinging 5, reducing brand new by 1 cost. Looks like he wants to counter out of it. And he does, chucking a 2k. Tapping 3, hard playing the Hina. I feel like that's a rare play. Just playing down the Hina. They're mostly meant to just cycle, and then you play it off Rebecca later on for a -4. But just hard playing basically a vanilla body on curve is kind of never a bad idea. However, player on the left does have their graveyard at least 3, so they can Lucci this turn. It's just a matter of, do they want to Lucci just for the 1, or would they rather hold it for potentially more value? Swinging 5, reducing Hina by 1. Our player on the right taking it, finding an ulti. Ulti's another cool tech choice, I think. Really just almost a better Robin in this deck. Sure, it's kind of greedy, because it's obviously only a 4k and a 3 cost, so both of them, in the mirror can get very easily removed or just beaten over, but still can get some pretty crazy value if it sticks a turn. So I like the card. Again, gets around stuff like Borsellino, just bottom decking it. So pretty good. Speaking of Borsellino, there he is. Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty solid card to get down on curve, because it can't be KO'd. It can obviously be hit by a Hound's Blaze, which definitely might happen this turn. Our player on the right does have the Great Eruption and the Hound's Blaze, so yep, just activate the both of them, get rid of the Borsellino. Definitely not bad. And it looks like that's what he's going to do. Plays the Great Eruption, draws a Manchuri, reducing the Borsellino by 2, I assume. Does have 2 Luchis in hand. I feel almost like the card's definitely good in the matchup, but I think it takes a bit longer for it to actually be good. You know, you have to be kind of deep into the game, because you do need a little bit more setup, I think, in the mirror. But still is 4 Dawn. I'm imagining just, tapping 2, playing the Hound's Blaze, getting rid of that Borsellino. Having the answer to it pretty early on is definitely nice, just not having to deal with a 6k blocker. I assume boosting, I think he boosted the Hina there. I looked away for like 1 second, my bad. Swinging 8, player on the left will take, finds a Rebecca, swinging 5. Once again, taking that as well. Finds a Sabo. I love that art. I know it's not the manga, but I still just love that art. I feel like him and Ace kind of have similar arts, or their alt arts are very similar, which makes some sense because they both have the manga rare, but I think it's cool. Playing down the brand new, looks like he grabbed another Hound's Blaze. Again, seems very solid in this matchup. Who would have thunk it? Player on the left going up to 6 Dawn this turn. I don't really think you play anything on curve for 6 Dawn, so it might just be like a Sabo that he just drew into. Probably isn't going to really worry about the Hina. He could just swing 5 at it, try to trade a card, or it just goes either one. Attacking, not attacking. Thinking about attacking. I'm going to imagine he probably just goes 5 at life and reduces the Hina. Checking his grave for a sec. Yep, goes 5. I'm assuming life. Yep, it was at life. Player on the right taking it, finding a Kobe. Another interesting card to see. Once again, I don't think Kobe is very standard for the Sakazuki deck. It feels almost like, why would you play Kobe? Like, I guess it's something you can summon off Rebecca to pop something. I guess in that sense it's not bad, but I don't know, I feel like you have other better answers where you're not having to play or get rid of 2 cards to remove something, because I feel like that's one thing that, you know, isn't great about black. It kind of holds them back a bit, that the removal is almost always 2 cards from hand, but with the new cards and Lucci, you have a very efficient ways of getting rid of things. Hound's Blaze, all very solid. But our player on the right going up to 7 Dawn. I do not see a Borsellino. I don't even think you'd maybe want a Borsellino. You maybe just want to go a bit wider this turn. Maybe go for the Lucci play and just answer the 2 brand news. Because honestly, brand new is like a decent body. Like a 3k, sure, it's 2 Dawn to attack with, but just being able to put 2 Dawn on attack with him is pretty nice. So swinging for 5, reducing one of the brand news. Looks like we're probably going to take the Lucci route. Player on the left countering out for 1, tapping 4. Here comes the Lucci, clearing off the brand news. And I like it. I don't like when little things swing at me, and I like swinging with little things, so I think it's a good idea to just get rid of the 2 searchers, not have to deal with him randomly going wide for a turn. Playing down the ulti as well. Yeah, I like that turn. You get to go a little bit wide yourself. You answer 2 of his searchers. It's not bad. Passing it over though. Now at 8 Dawn, he can go for his own Borsellino. Playing Borsellino is kind of scary, just because I feel like you spend the whole turn doing it and then it'll probably get removed. So I wonder if he actually does go for it, and I wonder what he actually goes for if he does go for it. Because the ulti may not seem like a threat, but like he should know it's a threat, because the ulti could definitely answer the Kuzan, because we do know that we're probably both playing Ice Age. Ice Age I think is pretty standard, which is just 1 cost -5, so already there the ulti can answer the Borsellino. But there are also other ways of getting Borsellino down, just like a Great Eruption, Leader Swing, and like either another Great Eruption, a Suru, a Tashigi. You have many ways of getting him down. Sure, that's maybe one more card than you'd want to spend, but your removal is already on board, and you're not discarding for it, so it's still not bad. But our player on the left swinging for 6, reducing the ulti. Alright. And opting to take. Gets a... Speak of the devil. There is the Ice Age. So if he does opt to play this Borsellino and doesn't interact with his ulti, that is probably the best punish he could have asked for. And he plays the Borsellino, and he goes for the Lucci instead of the ulti. Yeah, not respecting the ulti. To be fair, after the Ice Age draw, there are many answers to this Borsellino, but I don't know if any of them would have been as efficient as this ulti is going to be, because this is just a 2-Don to out a 7-cost body. Kind of crazy, just a little bit. I am curious what else he'll do this turn. Maybe get down a blocker. Don't really have to remove anything else from the board, so we're just trying to be proactive. Maybe place down the Rebecca or the Moncherie. Just something. Could also get the Sabo down. Sabo wouldn't be bad. He is on 9 Dawn, so he has quite a bit. He still would have 7 more Dawn to work with after doing the Ice Age and the ulti. Okay. Thought he was going to tap one. Not quite yet. I do think that, yeah, this is always the play. I don't think most lists are playing anything higher than the 7-drop Borsellino, so this is probably your best Ice Age target, so I imagine you take that. Does cycle though, sorry. Discards a Borsellino. I can't quite see what he picked up there. It looks like a Kuzan or a Lucci. Kind of hard to see. Tapping 1, playing down the Ice Age. Borsellino is now at 2 cost. And now he is on the bottom of the deck. That's definitely got to feel good if you're the player on the right. I mean, definitely getting the punish down for your opponent not respecting the ulti, which is nice, most certainly. Still having 7 Dawn to work with though. We could... Oh yeah, he does counter out of the 5k from ulti. We could potentially play Kuzan, Rebecca, Sabo. We have many options. We can even swing with brand new if we want this turn. He's gonna swing 5 with leader, reducing nothing because there's nothing to reduce. And our player on the left does opt to counter out with a 2k. I think he is probably accepted that the board is lost. And now we're just gonna try to race our opponent, just try to go for game. But the Sabo is definitely a little bit backbreaking. I do think he has a Hound's Blaze, which could get rid of it, but stops us from like trying to Lucci like the ulti and the Moncherie and stuff like that. To be fair, I don't even think he has a Lucci right now, so there's that. Yeah, I also do like this play from the player on the right, playing down Moncherie and the Sabo. Gets to cycle with the Sabo, and then put some stuff back and grab back a card with the Moncherie. I do like that. Definitely good ordering to make sure the Moncherie still gets the protection, and you get to see a couple more cards with the Sabo effect. So, well played, well played. I like that. Looks like he's adding back the Tashigi. So, you know, playing a 2k, getting a 2k back, but could have potentially found something better. Definitely played, I think, quite efficiently there. Sakazuki on the left, sorry, going up to 10 Dawn. It doesn't look like there's many amazing plays. I'm gonna be real. We maybe can answer this Sabo and then just try to put him to 0 and then try to find a way to lethal next turn, which will probably be a little bit hard because the player on the right does still have 2 Rebeccas, which he can definitely play both of them down next turn after just swinging kind of baseline, so there is that. We might see player on the left also go with the Rebecca, which wouldn't be bad. Can most likely play down a Hina, put Sabo at 1, and then just Hound's Blaze it. Swing for a big number, hopefully put him on 0. Have a little bit of defense for next turn, and then see if you can go for game or not. Player on the left tapping 1, playing a Great Eruption, drawing a card, minusing I can assume the Sabo by 2. And then our leader would put it at 3? No, I put it at 2, sorry. Said 2 twice, but that'd bring it to a 3 cost, and our leader would bring it to a 2 cost. We probably really don't want to do that though, because we kind of want to get the value off of the Hound's Blaze, right? So we might want to play a different card to reduce it again. Maybe that Rebecca, or he does have a second Great Eruption. Either one sounds okay. Chooses to cycle with leader, so definitely has the Hina, not for the Rebecca. That's what he wants to go for. Finds another Rebecca. Okay. Both our players have the Rebeccas locked and loaded. We are prepared to get defensive. Player on the left tapping 4, or at least thinking about tapping 4. You know what I just thought of, and I should have done? I should have started saying Alt Art Sakazuki and normal Sakazuki, because instead of saying player on the left, player on the right. But you know, I'll commit to that now. But next time, if this occurs, that's definitely what I'm going with, because I just realized that it's kind of funny. It's like all the high rarity cards versus all the low rarity cards. Is this game really pay to win? Also, I feel like it's so rare to see like someone completely max out a One Piece deck, right? Because play sets in this game are 4 copies, and then I feel like getting 4 copies of an alt art is so annoying, especially like trying to like get it from people that have opened boxes. It's very rough. But going back to the game, he plays down Rebecca, plays Hina off her effect, reduces Sabo by another 4 cost, plays the Hound's Blaze, boosts his leader. He's now at 8k. Probably is just gonna swing at least 9, I would think. But is there any reason to leave 2 Dawn up? Does he have like a brand new or something? I guess he could Hound's Blaze again, but you probably want to save that if you're trying to just go for lethal. Yeah, swings 9 at the ulti actually. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. So we're not completely committed to just rushing for life, which is fair. This ulti has put in a lot of work, and she will... Oh no, okay, we just reduced the ulti. I'm sorry, so that the Hound's Blaze will out the ulti if he wants to do that. But it's kind of, yeah, I think because he committed to going for life, you just hold that, right? Because you just want to go for game. Yeah, okay, so leaves the ulti once again. Fair enough. So now it is pretty much... What's our opponent on the right have? Because if he has a Sabo, I feel like he's probably living. But if he plays the Rebecca, I guess he could play 2 Rebeccas, but even then it's like still kind of scary. Just a little bit though. Because I mean, she is a 4 cost, and Hound's Blaze would bottom at 2, so you'd need Great Eruption, which he has a 1 Great Eruption, 1 Hound's Blaze. And then he'd need like another card to put it at 2, and then another Hound's Blaze. So it's putting your opponent on have quite a couple cards. So if double Rebecca is just a play, I think like that's reasonable, because it's pretty unlikely that your opponent will have all that. But it is possible, and Sakazuki can cycle, and Great Eruption also cycles, so it's not completely out of the realm for him to actually have that card combination. But I guess there are other things that could punish you. Like, we do know he's playing 3000 Worlds, so if he goes with the Sabo could just get bottom decked, and then we have to deal with an 11k swing, which I do think right now he can deal with, but with the double Hound's Blaze, maybe not. Sorry, I might be foreshadowing a little bit. Let's get off that topic. Tapping 1, reducing the Rebecca. That Rebecca is gone to the bottom. Ulti continuing to be a good card. Gives 1 to the ulti. Swings 5, bottoms the Rebecca. I imagine you don't defend this. You probably just take this. Oh, it was going at the Hina. Okay, yeah, you let that go. You probably want to see at least one more of your life, just to maybe find another piece of the puzzle in order to go for lethal next turn. Player on the right using leader effect, chucking a Hina, finding another Barto. So he has quite a bit of counter right now. He has 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Rebecca will probably find more. So, yeah, we'll see. Looks like he's going to tap 4. Play a Rebecca. Oh, he might have more counter. I just saw that Suru. But looking through his grave, going to grab back a Sabo. Can't play it, but it's still a 1k counter. We're just kind of looking for any counter right now. And I imagine the other 4 Dawn will also be used for Rebecca. Because what else are we going to do with it? We are trying to survive. So the second one, adding back a Kobe. Again, just another 1k counter. And he probably should have attacked with leader before doing all that, but Sakazuki might not have any triggers. Because I guess it could be 3,000 worlds, but that just hits a 3 cost. So yeah, I guess we're okay with doing that before, but there's kind of no reason not to just swing first, but it's okay. Never punished. Getting potentially a trigger from life. Oh, another Hound's Blaze. That's kind of good. That's kind of good. Drawing for turn. He needs another way to reduce the other Rebecca. Hina does do that, but she doesn't do that very efficiently. We're definitely looking for another Great Eruption or a Suru, and those are kind of, I think, just the main 2 things. We're discarding the Rebecca. We are committing to this. Find us something good. Finds a Suru. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I watched this before obviously commentating it, and I thought that was just so crazy. If I was his opponent, I would be very upset. But we'll see this play out. Great Eruption into Hound's Blaze, bottom deck 1 Rebecca, play the Suru, and then play another Hound's Blaze, bottom deck the other Rebecca. And now our leader's at 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 to the dome. Has 3 2Ks. Looks like 2 1Ks. Is that it? I'm pretty sure that's it. It's 2, 4, 6. I don't know, he kind of jumbled the cards a little bit. But I think he only had like 8 or 9k worth of counter power. And that is not enough, so. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty crazy end to the game. Yeah, I feel like that's really rare to happen. Yeah, they both played well. I do think the player on the right was ahead for a lot of the game, and that ending sequence was pretty crazy, so yeah. Anyways, I do think there's another tournament coming up this weekend, which once again, I will be doing these videos. I like doing these videos. I do enjoy tournament gameplay, and yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.